Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see the pin diagram and architecture of 8259 IC. 8259 is programmable interrupt controller. Okay, so let us start with 8259 pin diagram. The 8259 has total 28 pins. Out of those 28 pins, the pin number 14 and 28 are ground and VCC. The 8259 IC works on plus 5 volt power supply. Okay, so here we have to provide plus 5 volt power supply and ground. Okay, next pins are CS bar. So first CS bar is nothing but chip select bar. So this is input pin which is active low, and to enable the 8259's RD bar and WR bar pins, we require to apply logic 0 on this pin. Then next pins are WR bar. This WR bar pin is write bar signal. This write bar signal is used to send the control word format to 8259 IC and to set the particular ISR address into 8259 IC. Okay, next pin is RD bar pin. So here RD bar stands for read bar. So this is also active low pin and it is also input pin. So whenever the 8085 microprocessor or any other microprocessor wants to read the interrupt service routine address, vector address, in that case, or in case whenever the processor wants to read the interrupt status, interrupt mask status, interrupt request status, or interrupt service status, then the processor activates the RD bar signal. Okay, now the next pin is A0. So here A0 is the single input pin which is called address pin, and if A0 is connected to ground, then even addresses will be formed of the ISR, and if A0 is connected to VCC, then odd addresses will be formed of the ISR. Now next pins are pin number 4 to pin number 11, that is D0 to D7. Okay, so here this is the bidirectional data bus of 8259. So here this data bus is connected to any other microprocessor which is called CPU, central processing unit. Okay, then the 8085 or 8088 or 8086, this is the advanced processor. You can connect this data bus to any of the processor, okay, which is called CPU, to send or receive the control word format or to read the current status of the interrupts. Okay, next pins are CAS 0, CAS 1 and CAS 2. So here CAS nothing but cascade. Okay, so here the three pins are bidirectional pins, CAS 0, CAS 1 and CAS 2. So these three pins are used whenever you want to introduce more than 8 number of interrupts in the system. Then in that case you can use these three pins, CAS 0, CAS 1 and CAS 2, to configure master slave concept. Okay, so in case suppose if you want to configure 64 interrupts, okay, if your system requires or needs 64 interrupts, then in that case these three pins must be connected to other 8259 ICs. Okay, and using these three CAS 0, CAS 1, CAS 2 lines, you can select the particular 8259 IC to get the interrupt or to tell about the interrupt signals. Okay, now next pin is SP bar / EN bar. So here SP bar stands for slave peripheral and EN bar stands for enable buffer. Okay, enable buffer. So SP bar, suppose if your 8259 is acting as a master, then this pin should be connected to VCC. Okay, and if this 8259 has to be configured as a slave, then this pin should be connected to ground. Okay, so SP bar slash EN bar is used to configure in which mode you are going to configure the 8259 as master or slave. Okay, next pins are INT and INTA bar. So here INT stands for interrupt and INTA bar stands for interrupt acknowledgement. So whenever the 8259 receives any interrupt request or any interrupt event occurs on the interrupt pins, the pins are IR0 to IR7. So these are interrupt pins IR0 to IR7. You can configure these pins as level triggered interrupts or edge triggered interrupts. You cannot configure these eight IO lines, sorry, these 8 input interrupt lines as few are level triggered and few are edge triggered, not like that. Okay, you have to configure all the lines as either level triggered or edge triggered. Okay, so whenever, suppose if you have configured all these interrupt lines as edge triggered, then whenever the rising edge is occurred on any of the IO line, then the 8259A activates the interrupts or sends logic 1 on this INT line, which is connected to interrupt pin INTR pin of 8085 processor. Okay, and as the 8085 processor finishes the current instruction execution, after that the 8085 notices that the external interrupt is requiring the service, and in response to INT signal, the 8085 processor sends logic 0 on INTA pin, so that 8259 understands that 8085 got the interrupt. Okay, so this is all about the 8259 pinout diagram. Now let us move towards the block diagram of 8259. So this is the block diagram of 8259 IC. Now we will see each and every block of 8259 IC. Already we have seen the all the pins of 8259. We will simply see the internal blocks and their functions. The first block is data bus buffer. So here data bus buffer is simply it is a tri-state data bus buffer. You can send or receive the data, and you can uh, put the data lines into tri-state also. Okay, so tri-state means neither 0 nor 1. Now next block is read write control logic. So here read write control logic block will be enabled if and only if the CS bar will be activated. So to activate the CS bar, you must apply logic 0 on this line, because the bar is written over the signal. Okay, so also here the bubble is shown. Okay, so bubble or the bar indicates this signal is active low and it requires logic 0. If you send logic 1 on this line, then this block will be disabled and hence the data bus buffer will not work. Okay, so CS bar controls read bar, write bar also. Okay, now next block is cascade buffer comparator. So here cascade buffer comparator compares the 3-bit combination with its current address or with its predefined address. Okay, because this device, if this 8259A acting as a slave, then the master will send the 3-bit address on this line, on these lines, and it will compare whether that 3-bit address is for me or it is for another 8259 IC. Okay, next block is interrupt mask register. So here interrupt mask register is 8-bit register, and you can enable or disable any of these 8-bit any of these 8 interrupts. Okay, the 8 interrupts are IR0 to IR7. You can enable or disable any particular or individual interrupts using this interrupt mask register. Then next is IR0 to IR7. So these are what? Interrupt lines. So you can connect these lines to other peripherals which requires the service at any time. Okay, next is interrupt request register. So here interrupt request register receives the interrupt signals on these lines and gives the or forwards to the priority resolver. So if this particular suppose IR1 is enabled here, or interrupt mask register, inside this interrupt mask register, if suppose IR1 is enabled and IR1 is getting a logic high signal, okay, then the priority resolver checks whether this interrupt is getting or it is, then it will check the priority resolver checks whether the IR1 is enabled in this IMR or not. If IR1 is not enabled inside this, then priority resolver does not tell to ISR register to give the service to IR1. Okay, if the IR1 is enabled inside this IMR register and if it interrupt IR1 requires the service, then and then only the priority resolver informs to ISR interrupt service register that IR1 needs the service and take the further action or generate the INT signal or interrupt signal to get the service. Okay, then in service register, this is ISR, in service register. So here suppose IR1 and IR2 are enabled inside this IMR, and suppose IR1 is having lower priority than IR2, and consider that IR1 is being processed currently. During servicing the IR1, if IR2 also requires the service which is having higher priority than IR1, then what will happen? The priority resolver tells to ISR in service register that stop the service of IR1 and give the service to IR2, so that the INT pin will go high, and 8085 comes to know that the other interrupt is having higher priority than the current interrupt which is being serviced. So in response to this INT signal, the 8085 provides the interrupt acknowledgement signal to this 8259. Okay, so hence the 8259 understands that whatever the interrupt 2 or IR2 requires the service, that 8085 has noticed. So here last one is control logic. So control logic only controls this right side of this block diagram, that is masking of the particular interrupt, request, noticing the request of particular interrupt, resolving the priority, and providing the service to the interrupts. Okay, so all these things, all these 8 interrupts will be serviced using these 2 lines only, INT and INTA bar. So this is all about the block diagram of 8259 IC. Thank you.